Hey YouTube, Holly here, and as promised, an update on my first week's weigh-in on my restart of Ideal Protein. So last week I weighed in at 242.8 pounds. This week I weighed in at 232.2. So last week I lost 10.6 pounds and a total of 7 inches. 1 from my neck, half from my arm. Where my waistline is, like my mid-waist, I lost 2 inches. My thigh I lost 2 inches. So I'm really excited. Good start to my restart. The first couple days were really tough. I remember last time when I started Ideal Protein, it was like the first day I was like super pumped, like brand new diet, I'm revved, I'm ready to go. And then the next day I was like, yeah, I got the ketosis headache and it just kind of sucks. I'm having cravings. And then after that I started to feel better. This time it was like 3 full days of suck. It was awful. I mean, like, maybe the first half of the first day, I felt like, yeah, new diet, good to go. And then after that, it was like headaches creeping in. I'm feeling tired and fatigued, and I'm craving, and I'm miserable. And then, the second day I went home after work and I slept for 4 hours. And the next day was pretty much the same thing. I was just very lethargic. My husband was too. He called me up at work whining like, oh, is there anything I can do? I'm so hungry. So it was pretty rough, but I got through it, and on the 4th day, my husband and I both felt awesome, had that surge of energy. We don't require as much sleep, and we're sleeping better at night anyway, so, it's really been a good week. I've been trying different things because I am really, really worn out on like the broccoli, the cauliflower, the cabbage. My husband and I did a lot of sauteed mushrooms. That was kind of our thing, and I'm just kind of over that as well. So I've been trying new things. This week I tried rutabaga chips, and I had never even had a rutabaga before, I don't believe. So that was pretty exciting, and it was definitely a nice change. I didn't realize until after I'd made them, though, that they are on the occasional list. So you can only have like 1 cup like twice a week. But basically what I did was I took the rutabaga, washed it all off, and peeled it like you would a potato. And then I put it in my food processor and had it sliced like you would for scalloped potatoes. And then I threw it, on a lot of the big pieces, like for the fat ones, I just cut them in half so they were like half moons, and then threw it in a bowl with some olive oil and some rosemary and some sea salt and a little bit of pepper. And then I laid them out on a cookie sheet that I had lined with tin foil, and made just a single layer of them, put them in the oven for about 35 minutes on 375, and then I flipped them every 10 minutes, and they started to get crispy around the edges, and they never fully got crispy on the inside, but they might have had I cooked them longer, but they were kind of like sweet potato fries, it was kind of crispy on the outside, but then the inside was more like a potato, and they really had like this lemony sweet potato flavor to them, so I really, really liked it, because, I miss potatoes. I love french fries, I love tater tots, I love sweet potato fries, so this was really cool to try something different, but just a reminder, it is on the occasional vegetable, so it can't be an every-nighter. Also, last weekend, my husband and I went to the movies, and instead of popcorn, I baked kale chips and put them in little baggies for both of us to take, and so that was awesome. And my husband's lost like 17 pounds. It's been like 9 days since we started, and he's down 17, so I'm really happy for him. And he's lost several inches. I'm not sure what his number is, but he's doing pretty fabulous. And, when a couple years ago, he had gotten up to like 340 pounds. It was crazy. And now he's down to, I think, like 277, because we had dieted prior. But today he bent over and he had his shirt off, and his stomach kind of folded a little bit. You know how like skinny girls, like when they sit down, they have like little tiny rolls, and where, when I'm like 260 pounds, like my whole belly just kind of bulges out and it's like super uncomfortable. So his stomach folded, and that's probably the first time I've seen his stomach fold like that since high school. So that was kind of cool. And I had to give him a little cheer for that, because it's pretty exciting to see him fitting into smaller clothes and to see him feeling more confident about himself. I can tell the difference with myself and my scrubs a little bit. My scrub pants aren't as tight, and I definitely have a lot of room in my scrub tops. My jeans I haven't really felt because I live in Alaska and it's 81 degrees right now. So for some of you out there, you're like, yeah, that's nothing. But for Alaskans, that's really, really freaking hot, especially considering we don't have air conditioning. So we're miserable, and I don't know, most of the time we're walking around in our underwear in the house because it's freaking miserable. So I haven't really put on my jeans to see if they're fitting any looser. And I really can't fit into my my skinny shorts yet. So I've just been like wearing my workout shorts and stuff. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe next week, I'll have lost enough weight that, my skinny shorts from, when I ended Ideal Protein last year, hopefully they'll fit. Anyways, this next week I'm going to give turnip fries a try. So I will let you guys know how that goes, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.